See, solve this. Anyways, we are solving it here again, so you'll be able to understand it. Now, we have first formed the determinant of a 3 into 3 matrix. And how do we solve a determinant of 3 into 3 matrix? We take the first row values and then we delete the first row and first column and we get the minor. Okay, and then we take the second value here. Again, we delete the first row and second column and we get the minor, that is 1, 3, 2 and 0. And next we take minus 1 into the minor of minus 1 is 1, 3, 3 and minus 1. So now solve this. Solve this and say me the answer. Is equal to 2 into, what was the solution? 3 into 0 is 0 minus 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Rida, what is that? 6, 4 and 6, 4 and minus 2, 0. What is that for? Next, minus 1 into 0 is 0 minus 2 3s are 6. I'm not getting what are you trying to say, Rida. Then plus of minus 1 into 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 minus 3 3s are 9. Okay, so the next step, 2 into 0 minus of minus 2 is plus 2 minus 1, 0 minus 6 is minus 6, plus of minus 1 is minus 1, minus 1 minus 9 is minus 10. Okay, so 2, 0 plus 2 is 2 again. So 2 into 2, 2 2s are 4 minus 1 into minus 6 will be plus 6 and then minus 1 into minus 10 will be plus 10. So the value of delta is equal to 20. Did you get this value? Yes. Let us resolve the problem from first. See the question carefully. 2x plus y minus z is equal to 6. X plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 3. 3x minus y is equal to 5. Okay, now in the previous question that we solved, you only had two equations and you only had two variables, that is x and y. Now in this question, you have three equations and three variables. So we are supposed to solve this Kramer's rule in 3 into 3 matrix. Now for that, we have to first find out that 3 into 3. Okay, now let us do that. Now first, the first step is determining the determinant, that is nothing but delta. Okay, the name for the determinant will be delta. Now see the first equation. For x, what is the coefficient? 2 is the coefficient. Then for y, what is the coefficient? 1. If there is no number, you can take it as 1. For z, what is the coefficient? Minus 1. Correct? Minus 1. Now similarly, can you say me the coefficients for the second equation? What are the coefficients for the second equation? For x, what is the coefficient? 1. Okay. For x, the coefficient is 1. For y, the coefficient is 3. For z, the coefficient is 2. Okay. Now going to the last equation, if you see the last equation, there is only 3x and minus y, but there is no z. So since there is no z, we are going to consider that part, the coefficient of z as 0. Why do we consider coefficient of z as 0? Because 0 into z will give me 0 only, and it will not affect my third equation. Okay, so that is the main reason we consider the z as 0. So the coefficients for the last equation will be 3 and it will be minus 1. And since there is no coefficient for z, I will write it as 0. Okay, understood till here? Any doubts until here? Okay. Now, you know how to solve a 3 into 3 determinant, right? Yes or no? Yes. Now, solve this determinant. I'll wait here for you. Solve this determinant and say me the answer for the determinant. Don't think about delta and all. Just see this determinant. 3 into 3 determinant is here. Now, solve this determinant and say me the answer. Start solving. Now listen carefully. In the next step, we have the constants here. What are the constants? 6, 3, 5. Okay. Now these constants will be replaced in the first column. In the place of 2, 1, 3, I'm going to write 6, 3, 5. Okay. Now let us do that. I'll use a different color here. Now we are calculating delta x. So the first uh, column will become the constant. What is the constant? 6, 3, 5. Good. Others also have got 20. Correct. Good, Arpita and Ravi. Now concentrate for the delta x. Okay. So the first column will become the constant. Now the second column and the third column will remain same. We are not changing. It will remain as it is. What were the numbers before? 1, 3, minus 1, and then minus 1, 2, 0. Okay, so if you see here, from this number, from this matrix to the other matrix, what has changed is only the first column. That is, instead of 2, 1, 3, I have taken 6, 3, and 5. Okay, now like how you solved this determinant, similarly you have to solve this determinant also. Now forming of determinants only is the confusing part. Okay, that also very easy because all the numbers are given in the question for you. So for delta x, you are going to change the first column as the constant, that is 6, 3, and 5. Okay, now for delta y, you are going to change the second column as constant. For delta Z, you are going to change the third column as the constant. We will do one by one so that you're not confused. So firstly, we are finding out delta X. So I have changed the first column with the constant. I've replaced the first column with the constant. Now let us solve this determinant. Now let us solve it together. Don't take too much time. Solve it quickly. Okay, let us solve this together. Now, what will be the first number? We are again considering first row only. Okay, for easy understanding of everybody, let us consider first row. Okay, so firstly, you will have to take 6. Now, what will be the minor for 6? Can you say me the determinant? Concentrate here and solve it here. Later, you can write down in your notes or you can solve it in your notes. So the minor will be 3, 2, minus 1 and 0. Very good, very good. Now, next. Next, what should be the number? Is it 1 or minus 1? Don't forget the positional sign. The positional sign is plus minus plus. Okay, so it should be minus 1. Okay, minus 1. What is the determinant? What should be the determinant now? That is the minor. Okay. Ravi, do you have any doubt? You have raised your hand. Okay, by mistake, is it? No problem. Don't worry. Okay, 3250. 3250, correct. So 3250. Now finally, okay, fine. Now next one, plus of minus 1. Very good, Kirti. Plus of minus 1, and I'll write the determinant here. What should be the determinant? Three, 3, 5 and minus 1. Good. 3, 3, 5 and minus 1. Now let us solve this quickly. Is equal to 6 into, now here you have to do the cross multiplication. So 3 into 0 is 0 minus 2 into minus 1. Okay, so let us write down 3 into 0 minus 2 into minus 1. Minus 1, 3 into 0 minus 5 into 2. Then plus of minus 1, I'll write it below here. 3 into minus 1 minus 3 into 5. Correct? So the next step is 6 into 3 into 0 is 0 minus 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Then minus 1, 3 into 0 is 0 minus 5 twos are 10. Plus of minus 1 is minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 minus 5 threes are 15. Next, 6 into 0 minus of minus 2 is plus 2. So 0 minus 2 is 2. Then minus 1 into 0 minus 10 is minus 10. Okay. Then minus 1 into minus 3 minus 15 will be minus 18. You have to add the numbers but keep the sign as it is. Next, 6 twos are 12. Minus 1 into minus 10. 1 tens are 10. Minus into minus is plus. Next, 1 into minus 18. So 1 into 18 is 18. Minus into minus is plus. Okay. Now what is the total? Delta x is equal to 12 plus 10 plus 18 is 40. So this is the value of delta x. Everybody understood this? Any doubts until here? Good. Now we just finished delta x. Okay. Now let us find delta y. I'll again change the color for your understanding. So delta y. Now in delta y, again we have to find the determinant. Now how do we form the determinant for the delta y? This is the basic determinant. Now for delta x, we replaced the first column with the constants. Now in delta y, we are going to replace the second column with 6, 3 and 5, which are constants. And the first and the third column will remain same. Okay. So what will your delta y become is? So what is the first column in the basic delta? 2, 1, 3. This will remain as it is. Okay. We are not changing the basic one. Now delta y, so y values, what are the y values that was there? That will be replaced by constant. Now what is the constant? 6, 3 and 5. Okay. And again the z values will remain same. So what was the z values there? -1, 2 and 0. So this is the determinant to find out delta y. Understood how to find the determinant? Clear? Everybody? Okay. Now solve this. Let us solve it together. Send me the numbers quickly. So what should be the first number? Okay, okay. Now only I will explain. At last and all know. Okay. Listen. What is the basic delta? The first one what we had. 1, 3, 2, 3 minus 1, 0. This is the basic delta, correct? And what are the constants in the equation? 6, 3 and 5. Now to find delta x, this, see, one thing you basically understand. Yes, that is in the question only. You have to take that from the question only. Okay. So one thing you have to understand, these are all the first column is of x values. So see the question. The question is 2x plus y minus z is equal to 6. So 2 is taken here. In this place, since there is no number, 1 is taken here. And minus 1, it is minus z, right? So minus 1 is considered here. Okay. So all these values are coefficients. These values are coefficients of x. These values are coefficients of y. And these values are coefficients of z. And this is equal to part, whatever is there, is the constant. And these constants, we are replacing it in one after the other. For delta x, we will replace the constants in the place of x. So in delta x, this column will be replaced by 6, 3 and 5. In delta y, we will replace this column with 6, 3 and 5. Okay. Now that is what we are trying to do. We are replacing the column 2 with the constant which is given in the question. Now, did you understand the concept? Okay. Now, what is the basic determinant? What is the delta? See, delta is the basic determinant. Now, the basic determinant, you have to keep it intact. For delta x, delta y, and delta z, the columns will keep changing. Okay. Now, what is the basic determinant? 2, 1 minus 1, then 1, 3, 2, 3 minus 1 and 0. This is the basic determinant. For delta x, what we did was, this first column was replaced to 6, 3 and 5, which was given in the question. And then the second column 1, 3 minus 1, minus 1, 2, 0 was kept as it is. That was for delta x. Now coming to delta y, we will change the second column. Delta x is over. This first column is over. Now we will change the second column. So first and third column will remain as it is. There is no change. So what is the first column? 2, 1, 3. This will remain as it is. Okay. Now second column, we will change to the constant, that is 6, 3, 5. Okay. And then the third column will remain as it is, that is minus 1, 2, 0. Now understood? Any confusions now? Okay. Now can you solve the determinant? Now let's solve the determinant. 2 into, what should be the minor? Can you say me what is the minor? Yes, yes. You have to solve the determinant. For everything, for every delta, you have to solve the determinant. See, for first, you have solved for delta. The only work in this problem is you have to form the determinant and solve it. This is delta. Again form the determinant, delta x, solve it. Again form the determinant, that is delta y, solve it. Again form the determinant, delta z, solve it. That is the work here in the question. Okay. So 2, 3, 2, 5, 0. Correct. Next. After that, what should be the number? Minus 6. Good. And what is the minor for 6? Minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 0. 1, 2, 3, 0. Good. Next. What is the next number? Plus of minus 1. What will be the minor again here? I'll write it below. 1, 3, 3, 5. Did everyone get the same number? Now start solving. 2 into, write each and every step so that you don't get confused. Okay. 3 into 0 minus 5 into 2. Minus 6 into 1 into 0 minus 3 into 2. Minus 1 into, I'll write it below, 1 into 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 3 into 3. Okay. So 2 into 3 into 0 is 0, minus 5 twos are 10. Minus 6 into 1 into 0 is 0, minus 3 twos are 6. Yeah. And then minus 1 into 1 into 5 is 5, minus 3 threes are 9. Correct? Here you don't have any minus sign too much in any place. Yeah, correct, Arpita. Now start solving. So 2 into 0 minus 10 is minus 10. Minus 6 into 0 minus 6 is minus 6. Okay. Next, minus 1 into 5 minus 9 is minus 4. Okay. Now 2 into minus 10 will be, go to the next page. 2 into minus 10 will be minus 20. Then minus 6 into minus 6. 6 6 are 36. Minus into minus is plus. So plus 36. And then minus 1 into minus 4. 4 ones are 4. Minus into minus is plus. So you will have plus 4. Now can you say me what will be the delta x value? Sorry, delta y value? Yeah, minus 20 plus 34 plus 4. What will be the delta value? Add all of them. Minus 20 plus 36 plus 4. You'll get 20. Did you get the answer or not? 20 should be the answer that you get. Understood delta y? Okay, very good. Understood delta y? Now can we go for delta z? Now moving on to find out delta z. Now again you have to find the determinant. What is the basic delta? Basic delta was 2 1 minus 1, 1 3 2, 3 minus 1 and 0. And what were the constants? 6, 3 and 5. This will be given in the question. Okay. Now for delta x we replaced the first column. For delta y we replaced the second column. So for delta z we have to replace the last column. So which means that the first column and the second column will remain as it is. What is there in the first column? 2, 1, 3 will remain as it is. 1, 3 minus 1. This will also remain as it is. Then instead of writing this, I am going to write the constants, that is 6, 3 and 5. Okay. So this is the determinant of delta z. Did you understand the determinant? Now solve it. Solve this determinant quickly. Let us finish this problem and then I'll wind up the class. Okay. So 2 into, what is the minor? 3, 3 minus 1 and 5. Okay. Then minus 1 into 1, 3, 3 and 5. And then plus 6 into 1, 3, 3 and minus 1. Did you all get the same thing? Now go on. Simplify this. So 2 into 3 into 5 minus 3 into minus 1 minus 1 into 1 into 5 minus 3 into 3 plus 6, I'm writing it below, 6 into 1 into minus 1 minus 3 into 3. Okay. 2 into 3 5s are 15 minus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 minus 1 into 5 1s are 5 minus 3 3s are 9 plus 6 into 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 minus 3 3s are 9. So 2 into 15 minus of minus 3 is plus 3 minus 1, 5 minus 9 is minus 4 plus 6 into minus 1 minus 9 is minus 10. Okay. So next step, 2 into 15 plus 3 is 18 minus 1 into minus 4 plus 6 into minus 10. So 2 into 18 is 36 minus 1 into minus 4. Minus into minus is plus, 1 4s are 4. Then 6 into 10 is 60, but it is minus 10. So minus 60. So therefore, delta Z is equal to, can you add all of this? 36 plus 4 minus 60. How much do you get? Minus 20. So this is the value of delta Z. Clear? Any doubt still here? Everybody understood? Good. Now, final step. Final step is finding out x, y, and z. Okay. Now, let us find out x, y, and z. X is equal to delta x by delta. Y is equal to delta y by delta. Z is equal to delta z by delta. Now we have we have solved all these delta x, y, z and also delta values. So let us take that. Now delta x was 20 and the value of delta x was 40. Very sorry. Delta x was 40 and the value of delta is 20. So 0, 0, 2 1s are 2 2s are. So the value of x is 2. Now can you say me what is the value of delta y? What is the value of delta y? What did we find? No, I'm not asking the value of y bindu. I'm asking the value of delta y. See, this is delta y. This is delta y. Yeah, 20, correct. So 20 divided by the value of delta was also 20. And you're correct. The value of y is 1. Okay. Now what was the value of delta z which we just now solved? Delta z is minus 20. So minus 20 divided by 20 is equal to minus 1. Yeah. Minus 20 divided by 20 is minus 1. So therefore, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1 and z is equal to minus 1. Clear? Any doubts?